lot of the content of yours that I've seen has been very practical that people can use. So how do you come up with things to say, or what topics do you decide to make videos on and put out for people to use?
So there's a book called Still Like an Artist. Kyle Draper too. So that's ultimately how Kyle and I ended up syncing up pretty tight. As I was reading that book, put it out, he grabbed a copy of it and quickly became one of our favorites. And I think it goes to the point of there really is there's nothing really original about anything we're doing. I think that I'm not really coming up with completely unique, original, unheard of topics. I think I just have a little bit of a different take on them. And I think that's the first step, right? You have to be comfortable with the fact that none of us invented the mortgage industry. And so in some ways, we're always going to be copying a flavor of ice cream from somewhere. For me, it's just an unlimited amount of subscriptions that I am a part of that come into my inbox every morning. And I look at topics that I think are interesting to talk on. And it could be anything. It's all across the board. I mean, I subscribe to the New York Times. My personal favorite is Harvard Business Review. For that is probably for $120 a year, probably the best content that you can pull from on a daily basis. I mean, I get management tips every single day. I mean, just it's a never ending flood of different ideas and different vantage points from people. And so constantly, reading, books. I'll take just a snippet from a book and develop that into a video. I think where I spend a little time is I try to marry the visuals of video with the idea that I'm talking about, whether if it's coming from HBR or a book. I mean, that's really where I get a lot of my ideas is just by reading and listening to other people.
It's so good.
Sorry if that's a letdown, but I'm not near that good, man. I've got to get ideas from a lot of other people. And I think when you start to subscribe to a lot of these, national mortgage professional, you got Frank and Brian doing their thing. Everyone's kind of talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And when you see these subscriptions and these publications, they're very repetitive in our industry. And so it's just everyone's interpretation and perspective on how they present that information.